no, since COVID hit, right, like lately and everything that's going on, we all watch a lot of movies and TV shows, right? So this segment I want to call "Watch It or Chop It," and I'm gonna name one movie that I know is going right now. I'm not even. I'm gonna go first to this first one. I didn't see the first one that producer Jamie had lined up for me. This one movie that everybody think is so dope. I thought it was just to get chopped. It was One Night in Miami. It didn't give me nothing at all. I didn't learn nothing new. It was like the acting was bad from the guy that played Muhammad Ali. I mean, God, they could have got somebody at a jailhouse play to do Muhammad Ali. That was trash, bro.
Not the jailhouse play.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love Regina King, but this wasn't it, bro. I could have.
She directed it, right?
Yeah, and I love it. I mean, everybody gonna have their one bad flick, but this one was
What was the platform? Who did this movie?
Regina King.
No, I'm saying, like, was it an HBO movie? Was it a
I think it was
Amazon Prime, movie.
Oh yeah, at least it said no spoiler. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but
was it originally a play or something like that?
That's what I'm gonna say.
And it should have stayed a play. The whole movie is filmed like a play. They should have stayed a play.
It is filmed like a play. It's basically, like I said, we're not going to get too deep in it in case people didn't see it. But from what I got from it, I wouldn't say chop it. I would say watch it. D, I think you're thinking from a biased standpoint because you're educated about it. And there may be people that are not educated about it and they are learning something. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
But I think it's a watch. I definitely think it's a watch. I think that it was a moment in history, moment in Black history. You know, it's about the night Muhammad Ali won the heavyweight championship from the first fight with Sonny Liston. Yep. And basically Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X met after the fight in a hotel room, and they discussed certain things about moving towards the movement.
Is that a true story, or is that
it's a true story?
It's a true story.
It's a true story.
I thought it was a fictional account. I don't know.
It was, and like you said, D, it wasn't set up like a movie. It was set up like a play. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A play that was transformed into sort of.
I don't think those work on film. I don't like watching plays.
And I agree. That's why people struggle with them because they confused. They go like, this doesn't seem like a movie, but it's setting like a play form. But I would say watch it.
I think it's a watch it, but with the caveat that if you are a member of the Nation of Islam, they would not. To me, they weren't very friendly with regard to them. You know, and some of the things that I saw. So. Just remember, it's someone's account. If you are a member of that, just remember that. You know. What I mean?
Hang on. Since we talk about movies that turn into plays, another one I chopped was Ma Rainey. I couldn't keep my eyes open past 30 minutes of that movie.
Same thing.
A play filmed as a movie. Yeah. I mean, I know everybody's like, "Oh, Chadwick." I get it, brother Chadwick. He's one of our ancestors now, but bro, God, I love the story of Ma Rainey. She was a great businesswoman. You know, she didn't play that junk, but this one was a chopper for me too, bro.
And Denzel was the producer of it too.
Yeah.
Okay, so go a little bit into why, because I have to admit I watched it, and I have to admit I watched it in about 3 different doses. I didn't watch it all the way through.
It's a sleeper. You should go to sleep.
Yeah, and I think one of the things is it may be. I like scenes to change. See, when I'm into a Broadway move, when I know it's going to be one set, I'm with that. When it's a movie and it's one set, it's kind of hard. And it's just, she was outside for a second, then they was inside the rest of the time. And I think it may be, you know what it is? It's one of those things I think you have to just be in the mood for that. And the way things are fast paced now, I have to admit,
you gotta be in the mood. You gotta be in the mood for that movie. To drink, and have 5 cups of coffee and 5 hours.
Powerful acting, though. You had powerful acting. You had some heavyweights there, but as far as the script, it just wasn't. It's not going to be a summer blockbuster. I'll say that.
Slow watch. Yeah.
And another one that I thought was pretty dope. I didn't. This one I just saw recently. It's called American Skin. I didn't like the ending. I'm not going to spoil the ending. But American Skin. Didn't you brother see American Skin yet?
I saw American Skin.
I haven't saw it yet.
I saw it. I thought it was well done. I think it gave a great perspective on the unending argument that we always have about race relations, and it also incorporated with law enforcement and things. So I do like that. I thought it was pretty good, and I think it'll keep your attention. And I think it was fair. I think it was fair. I think that's very, very important that it was.
See,
fair.
Nikki agrees with Chop It. Like, Chadwick was like, I wish he was in that movie. They could have got a crackhead musician to play that one. It's like that was trash. It was not that good. I'm sorry. Any of you guys see it? Nobody else saw it?
I saw it.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it? What you think, Derek?
I listen. I kind of dug it, but I could kind of see where they were going with it, in terms of like just the period and everything, and so I mean there was an empowerment message in there, but at the same time it was kind of like they dealt with some of the things that we do, some of the self-defeatist attitudes that we just sometimes have. So I thought it was blues. And even the movie itself, the way it was shot, it was blues, and you know what I mean. So the movie was blues, and the music was blues. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, I dug it on that level, but it was, I could definitely see how you would say it was a slow build. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I'll give it.
I like the character development.
Yeah, I like the American Skin. I just didn't like the ending. I thought I'm not gonna spoil it because I know some people didn't watch.
I was talking about Rainey. I didn't watch American Skin. I was talking about.
Oh, my Rainey.
I was talking about Rainey. Yeah.
Bro, they could burn. They could burn that one right now.
I'm gonna check out American Skin though.
It's on. I think that's on Amazon and Apple TV, I believe. But you got to rent it. That's not free, y'all.
I know. That's why I'm watching. I'm cheap.
Yeah. And no, for those that do Fire Stick, I'm not saying I agree, but I didn't see this, but I heard some bad things about it. But I didn't see you guys. Anybody saw the Salt and Pepper movie?
First, I did see it. I did see it. And what bad things did you hear about it?
I heard that the acting wasn't that good, and I heard the story was kind of like not really the good depiction of Spinderella.
They from what I understand, they had some legal issues with Spinderella or whatever. So I think like she's like disconnected from the group. They had to basically go to court and stuff with her. But the only thing I found kind of negative about the movie was that it kind of like, to me, maybe it was me. I don't remember certain things happening in that order. I don't know if they purposely did that or it gelled better with the way they did it or whatever. But I mean, I would recommend that somebody watch it if you were a Salt and Pepper fan. I mean, let's face the facts. Salt and Pepper, they were iconic. I mean, there was no other female rap group that was bigger than them. Yeah. And let's say this. They can't do a versus with nobody. I mean, who could do a versus with what female group could do a versus with Salt and Pepper?
357 is Vanessa Sequence.
You think they got enough? They got a
I'll say this. And this is gonna sound kind of unfair, I guess, or foul. I think the Salt and Pepper story. I don't think Spinderella, to me, I didn't really miss her, to be honest with you. And I know that sounds foul because Salt and Pepper. When I think Salt and Pepper, I think the two of them primarily. And I know a lot of people have been saying they were unfair to her. In Spinderella, I didn't think she was that major part of the group. Back then, I don't think a lot of DJs were. I just think it was just part of it. I did think the movie was okay. I thought it was entertaining, especially since the people we lived through that time. I think they did Martin Lawrence wrong in his depiction. I thought they just did him foul. They did Martin, the dude they had like Martin. They just did Martin wrong. And the fact that they all worked at the same place, I didn't know that, but I thought it was good. As far as the casting, I thought they could have done a lot better on the casting. That's the thing, And as far as the sequence of stuff, Rodney, I don't remember necessarily how that happened in real time. I remember that as a group, but I didn't remember actually a lot of their personal lives because back then there was no social media. You didn't see this stuff as much, so I don't really know the sequence of when I didn't realize that she had a baby before she met Tretch. I didn't remember all that stuff, but I guess we can't go into it because some people haven't seen it. But but I think it's okay. I thought it was a good watch. I thought it was entertaining. I'm looking forward to seeing the Wendy Williams movie next. But I got to admit, Lifetime stuff and all that.
And I was just about to say that, Calvin. It was a life. You got to remember, it was a Lifetime.
You got to remember it's a Lifetime movie. So that's
recipe for a train wreck, man.
And last before we go, I didn't see this, but everyone, my boys in my other group text, and I think Rodney spoke to. Your Honor, I heard that's really great. Everybody
gotta watch it. Gotta watch it.
I heard it's really
gotta
good.
watch it. Gotta watch it. I'm definitely saying it's a watch.
It's on Showtime, and for you,
and Hulu. It's on Hulu and Showtime.
Hulu, and if you have illegal Fire Stick, it's on there too. But
but the thing is, it's the same actor that used to be in Breaking Bad. I think it's like either a 9-episode series or a 10-episode series. I know it's not finished yet. It's got 2 more episodes maybe to go on. But great show. It's basically, I'm not going to tell everybody the whole thing, but it's basically about a judge that something really bad happened with his son, and he's trying to protect his son. It's basically showing how far you will go to protect your kids, and how lying can basically just spiral out of control. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel it's a must watch. It's so good. Me and my wife started off watching the series. I fell asleep, and she continued to watch without me. So she's a series cheater. So I might be thinking about taking her to court for it. She's a series cheater, you know.
It's called Your Honor, Lisa. It's called Your Honor. I think it's on Showtime. It's called Your Honor.
Yeah. It's very good. I would recommend it highly.
Everyone I ever have not heard one bad thing about the show. So
it's really good. It's really good.